My name is Rosie, and I'm one of the animators for Psych2Go. I've been working with them for 4 to 5 years now. I thought I would take you along the process of what it takes to animate behind the scenes of a Psych2Go video. Every time I get a project, I get a script and a voice-over file. I take these two things and just do whatever I want with it. The Psych2Go team really values creativity, and so they just let me create characters, animate them, and create a visual story. First thing I usually do is create all my backgrounds. The visual theme for this video I chose was an underwater scene, so I made backgrounds with corals, rocks, and seaweed. I put them in a folder and dragged them into scenes to create a library of backgrounds. It's a remote process, so I get to work on it whenever I want. I actually love how I can just pop out my iPad wherever I am and start drawing. I'm currently in the car working on Psych2Go. It's tedious, but really fun work. The very first thing I do is make my characters. Character design is very important because it shows a version of the Psych2Go mascot. It's the same little guy with a leaf on top, but you can do different variations. I create character design sheets with different expressions. Next up is adding text. I use both handwritten text and typed text. For handwritten text, I either draw it multiple times or record myself drawing and put it on a green screen, then key it out later so it looks handwritten. Next is frame-by-frame animation. This process is very tedious. It's literally drawing the same thing frame by frame. Even though it's the most tedious, it's honestly my favorite part. It's very therapeutic and time-consuming, but very rewarding when you see everything in action. Very subtle movements add life to characters. Sometimes, if they're too static, adding a little movement takes hours of work, but it's very impactful. With animations, it's all these small details that build up to make a really nice whole story. I wanted to show you when I build more complicated scenes. I try to space them out, so it's not all complicated at the beginning and plain at the end. When doing a scene, I start with the background, then layer the character outlines, add elements and lighting. Added side characters like snorkel buddies to represent the audience. I also made 4 different kinds of bubbles and varied them in size and speed. Very small detail, but it adds more elements to this underwater world I'm creating. I do my layering in Final Cut Pro because After Effects gets too complicated. Final Cut Pro lets me drag layers throughout the whole thing easily. Last, but not least, is the text. I compile all my art and take my script to type everything out. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek of what goes on behind all the videos you see. If you want to create your own animations, remember that every detail matters, but don't be afraid to start simple. The most important thing is to just begin creating.